Boom. Ethereal synchronicity 444. What we're saying, people, reporting from my place, my space, my base to wherever you are in the world, right? It's the Virgo New Moon, and Virgo basically is inhabited with Sun and Moon in the sign. And Sun and Moon in the sign of Virgo, definitely looking at the inner and the outer levels of routines, practices, health, daily work, and daily bread. Yeah, how we go about putting these things into action. Virgo talks about small details and practices and the routines that string things together. And let's see here. Interesting. I never thought about this actually, but from a disposition point of view, dispositor, Mercury is in Libra, and that is going to have some governance with the Sun and the Moon in Virgo, because Mercury rules Virgo and Gemini. And the situation that Mercury is in Libras, it's not his favourite sign to be in. And Mercury is also making a square to Jupiter, which is tight, 17 to 17, 22 degrees Pluto, and 25 degrees Saturn. So yeah, there's going to be a press. I'm going to say a press. A square is a forceful aspect which basically causes things to manifest and happen, with the diplomacy of Libra being put under pressure by the authoritarian kind of restrictions and regulations of Capricorn. We're going to see a situation where they're going to trying to be putting it in a nice way, but you're going to put it straight. And it might be the same with yourself. It's like you don't have to say it in the worst way, but you do need to be direct and forthcoming with what you're trying to communicate to be effective. One difficulty you can see where that's concerned is Neptune over in Pisces, making a quincunx to this Mercury. So that could talk about the message not being as clear as it could be with Neptune causing cloudiness, or maybe that some compassion may be needed in communicating what it is that you are talking about, even if you are going to be down to the bottom line in what you are saying. It still can be said with some level of compassion. Neptune's making a sextile to the gang in Capricorn, Jupiter and Pluto being having a midpoint of where Neptune is in Pisces. So it's definitely going to be some wider effect of things that we are doing at this point in time. I can see how that will have definitely long lasting effects. Sun and Moon are also square to the North Node in Gemini and the South Node in Sagittarius. Now, as much as I could be bouncy and all exuberant and excited about this and trying to be calm and measured and just give a good general read of what the sky is saying, and it kind of shows with the Sun and the Moon in a situation both squaring the North and South Node, that it may not be perfect timing, but in terms of right timing, things do have to be initiated. They're short term, I would say, with it being mutable signs, and looked at and adjusted again, because mutable signs do adjust things and are flexible and tend to change. So there's going to be definitely a lot of change with this new moon, but it's not going to be implemented and cemented with Mars being retrograde until maybe later on in this year or maybe next year, when Mars is actually out of the shadow period of where it's gone retrograde here in Aries. That's how I feel this could play out on a really deeper level. Venus is in trine to Chiron. It's separating, but it's there, and this could mean that self-esteem, self-worth, relationships can be healed by taking initiative in self, which may feel wounded with Chiron having this kind of signature reputation of being that healer or the source of the discomfort. So With the sign of Aries, it also pertains to things we do ourselves, our initiation, our drive. So Mars in Aries retrograde, Chiron in Aries, there could be some feeling, some feeling of inadequacy around taking the initiative. There we go. I like that. That sticks together. So I'm not sure if I've said about Virgo people who have a birthday. Like, I mean, happy birthday to Virgo people. But if you have a birthday between September the 13th and the 19th, you will probably notice this more because it's falling upon the sun in your chart, and that'd be somewhere where you are conscious of energy passing by. Likewise, if you are opposite and have a Pisces birthday that falls between March the 12th and March the 18th, you will notice it maybe outside of yourself more, but it will be somewhere that it's reflected to you with the sun and moon being in the opposite sign. And then you've got the nodes in square to both the sun and the moon. So I feel like anywhere between December the 13th to the 19th for the Sagittarians and June the 13th to the 19th for the Geminis, you will notice this sun and moon square of the new moon to your sun probably more than some other people on a conscious level. Like I say, squares, oppositions, and even conjunctions are noticeable aspects that kind of manifest in a physical way. So I thought I'd put that out there for those who want to know how to utilize this best or see how it may operate in real life. But yeah, as I was saying, Mars being retrograde, you're going to want to do things. It may cause a frustration or a build-up or a blockage of energy in getting those things done. And the wisdom would be to consider and be cognizant of what you are doing, and make the most of taking a step backwards before initiating and maybe reapplying yourself to something that you have been doing rather than initiating something brand new that you wasn't doing before. Things can be started under Mars retrograde by all means, and short things can be accomplished, but depending on what you're trying to achieve and where Mars falls in your chart and how this fits for you, it may fare better if you take a bit of time and pace yourself with what it is you plan to undertake. There's so many major aspects, but also supported by minor aspects which I see. Me recorrecting myself there, and this is kind of a signature what I'm seeing in this chart heavily, with so many minor aspects that are kind of coming to exact. Sesquiquadrates, which is 135 degree aspects, they talk about the need for adjustment, not being able to see something clearly, and quincunxes, 150 degree aspects, talk about the same / similar thing, where things cannot be seen, or things may be hard to start with, having a square aspect to it, but an opportunity can be made with a sextile that forms from the remaining degrees of the quincunx, 90 and 60 degree, altogether 150. Right, didn't plan to make it too long, planned to make it nippy. So I just wanted to say, if you're not subscribed, subscribe by all means. Like the video, put a comment, share. These are the things that you could do, cost nothing, and help support the channel. And if there's services that you would like in terms of me reading your natal chart, or maybe looking up a bit further into your progress chart, seeing where you've moved to and how you're getting along now, definitely inbox me for the services. But it's esync444@gmail.com. and I'll be there for you. Just wanted to say thank you for everybody that has been along with me with this journey. So many supportive and kind words, and we want to convert and get things done, and just unapologetically black doing me. So if you're following me and you have been following me for a while, thank you so much. You've been meaning a lot to me from day one. And if you just started following me as well, thank you so much as well. You mean a lot to me, just like the long stayers that have been here for a while. Right, like I said, comment, subscribe, share, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. Be safe, work hard, and be considerate and consider things for yourself. Bye bye.